Hello everyone, good morning. I'm welcome to Jigyasa. I'm the Basmita. So in this video, we are going to cover with the some different parts of the economic botany that is the timbers or wood yielding or cork and rubber yielding plants. So we are today we are going to learn something about different types of the timber yielding or wood yielding, then cork and rubber yielding plants. Let's see what are they. So what is wood or the what is timber? So if we already have know about the what is the secondary xylem and the secondary woods, because in case of the woods or the timbers, the secondary xylem is called as the wood. So this is the first of all, when we study about the different types of the anatomical structure of the wood or the stem person, then there is the arrangement of the primary tissue, then secondary tissue. That's why the primary tissue, it means ki primary xylem and primary phloem, and there is the then development of the secondary tissues, that is the secondary xylem and the secondary phloem. That's why this is known as the secondary tissue. And here it is, the secondary xylem is called as the wood. So angiospermous wood having the vessels is known as the porous wood, because of if there is the presence of the vessels, then it is known as the porous wood. If there is the absent of the vessels, then in case in it is basically found in case of the gymnosperm, because there are absent of the vessels, and these are known as the non-porous wood. So wood formed during the spring season, and the having the larger xylem elements is known as the spring wood or the early woods. And this is also seasonally, because of when it if it form during the spring season, then this is known as the spring wood and or early wood. And then if it is form in case of the winter season or autumn season, then this is known as the autumn wood or the late wood or the winter wood. So wood peripheral in the position in the stem, and which is lighter in color, and the meat for the conduction of the water and the minerals is known as the sapwood or the alburum. While we basically know about the what is the function of the xylem. Xylem means, it means the mineral, and it is water conducting tissue, and phloem is the food conducting tissue. That's why this is known as the, this is help mainly for help for the conduction of the water and the minerals. That's why this is known as the sapwood or alburum. While the central portion of the wood is which is the dark in color, this is known as due to the deposition of the tannin, resin, gums, and due to the deposition tyloses and tyloses, these are known as the dark wood or the hardwood or duramen. So two types of the things we have found in this yeah, sapwood or in case of the timbers, there is a typification, because one sapwood or the alburum, which is consist of which is light in color, and its function is the conduction of the water and minerals. And another one is the found that's known as the dark wood or the hardwood or the duraments, which consist of the tannin, resin, gums, and the tyloses, and it is its function as the mechanical function or the mechanical support. So drying of the wood or the minimizing the water content of the wood is known as the seasoning of the wood, and it can be done by the two ways, either naturally by air and seasoning, or the artificial by the kiln seasoning. So there is the drying of the wood is two types, because one is naturally seasoning, or another one is the artificially, which is by the kill seasoning. So what are the different importance of the wood? What are the importance of the wood? That is, there is the different types of the woods on the basis of their importance. So so what are they? Now, lightest wood means balsa. For example, balsa wood or the ochroma, which is known as the ochroma, and or lighted wood, it means ki balsa wood or the ochroma, and it is mainly found in case of the tropical America. Then equator fulfills 90% of the world's supply, and 1 cubic feet, which 1 cubic feet of the wood is equal to the 10 pounds, and it is specifically for the 0 point specific gravity, it equal to 0.12. So these are about some lightest wood. Then comes to the heaviest wood. Heaviest wood, for example, ironwood. Iron is Crugiodendron ferrum. Scientific name, in case of the Crugiodendron ferrum, it's known as the ironwood. Then lignum vitae. Lignum vitae. Then it is Guaicum officinal. Guaicum officinal. Then specific gravity is 1.3 or 1.4. So you can see here, because the difference between the lightest wood and the heaviest wood, because it's a in case of the lightest wood, there is you can see here, because of this specific gravity is 0.12, but in case of the iron wood or in case of the heaviest wood, you can see here the specific gravity is the 1.3 or the 1.4. So walnut wood, then comes to the walnut wood. Third is the walnut wood. Its scientific name is the Juglans regia, and it is the waste carving wood. The refill butts and the gun stocks are made of this wood. And then comes to the white willow. It means ke Salix alba. Its scientific name is the Salix alba. Then cricket. Uh, then cricket bats are made up of this wood. In case of the white willow, we just made the cricket bats. Then comes to the mulberry wood, Morus alba. Then Indian hockey sticks, which are considered waste, are the made up of these wood. So here two things. One is the cricket bats are made up of from the white willow or the Salix alba, and in case of the hockey bat or the hockey sticks, it is made up of from the mulberry wood, the Morus alba. So then badminton rackets, tennis rackets, all those things also made up from mulberry woods. Then ebony woods, Diosporius ebenum. So Williard Q shaft is made up of the Diosporius wood. So these are some about timbers. And then rest of the are the Indian redwood, like the siso wood, Dalbergia sisu. It's commonly known as the siso wood. So in the nature, you will you already seen the siso plants or the siso tree. Its scientific name is the Dalbergia sisu, and this wood is used in is the making furniture door because of its great strength and durability. So Indian rosewood or the Indian blackwood, this is known as the Dalbergia latifolia. Then Australian blackwood, its scientific name is the Acacia melanoxylon. Acacia melanoxylon. Then comes to the redwood. Then Sequoia sempervirens. It's a Sequoia sempervirens, or redwood. Already we have know in the classification or different types of the specific points in the previous video. So it is the one of the largest trees. Sequoia sempervirens is the largest tree in the world, having the height up to 360 feet. Big tree of the California, Sequoia gigantea. It's the big tree of the California. Is known as the Sequoia gigantea, and the Sequoia sempervirens is the highest tree. And the age of the tree is estimated about the 3600 year or 3600 years, having a diameter of the 80 to 22 feet. Then teakwood, saguan. Normally we call it as the saguan, and this is known otherwise known as Tectona grandis. Most durable wood in the India, in case of the India, and its durability is because of the resinous fluid present in it, which protects it from the action of the water. In Karil, in Karil caves near the Pune, and the teakwood work, which is 2000 years old, still is in the good condition. Then it comes to the salwood. Normally we call as the Soria robusta. Its scientific name is the Soria robusta. And in the maximum case, in the maximum region, we have see in case of the India, there is the presence of the salwood or a sal tree. That is Soria robusta. So after the seasoning, the salwood attain the maximum strength and the durability. Railway sleepers, door frames, and etc. are made from its wood, because of the we know the various uses of the salwood. Then Halder woods, that is its scientific name is the Adina cordifolia. Then Cedroxylon, it matchsticks and the boxes are made up of from this wood. Then poplars. Poplars is mainly used for the plywood, matchsticks, paper pulp are it made up of this wood. Then veneer. Veneer means the veneer are the thin slices of the wood which are the uniform thickness about 1 by 20 inch to 3 by 8 inch. So veneer means it's have a uniform distribution or uniform thickness, and it's a very thin slice of the wood, and it have 1 by 20 inch to 3 by 8 inch. These veneers are glued together to form the plywoods, and these are mainly help used for the making the plywoods. Then bhojpatra means these are the obtained from the bark of the betula. It's a family belong to the family Betulaceae family. Then bhojpatra are used in the earlier times by the saint to write. So these are all about uh, timber or the wood. Then comes to the cork. The commercial cork is obtained from the bark of the Curaceous suber. Curaceous subers, it's belong to the family Fagaceae family, and the cork cambium or the phyllogen cut off from the cork cell or the phylum on its outer side, and the phylloderm or the secondary cortex. So when we go through about the anatomical structure, or when we cutting a section, then we have there is a found we just found about the different types of the secondary xylem, secondary phloems, secondary cortex, because of the development of the secondary tissue. And here is the secondary cortex present in case of the inner side, and this is otherwise known as the phylloderm. And here is also found that is the cork cell, otherwise known as the phylum. So phylum, phyllogen, and the phylloderm collectively constitute as the periderm. So when we study about the periderm, then it consists of phylum, phyllogen, and the phylloderm. It's combined to form uh, two periderms. So in case of the cork cells are impervious to water, and hence are the buoyant, then the watertight nature of the cork cell is due to the presence of the suberin on its cell. It's a cell wall. So here is the very important points for all of you, because the here is any tricky question arise in this particular section, because what is the main nature in the presence of suberin, in the cell wall. That's why it is the water tightening in nature of the cork cell. So this is the very very important for all of you. So corks, then we derived in this lines, from this line, that is the cork cell are the suberized. So Portugal is the largest cork producing and the exporting country in the world. So for producing and exporting, Portugal is the largest country. So then comes to the rubber. Rubber is obtained from the latex of the milky juice of the plants, and the range from mainly to the Moraceae family, Euphorbiaceae family, or the Apocynaceae family. So these families are mainly high priority, or giving high priority for obtaining the rubber. So some of the tropical and the subtropical plants which is good source of the rubbers are that the hevea, or the para rubber tree. Its scientific name is the hevea brasiliensis, hevea brasiliensis, and it belongs to the family Euphorbiaceae family. It is the most important source of the rubber in the world, and 98% of the world's supply is fulfilled by the hevea rubber. Then in case of the Indian rubber, its scientific name is the Ficus elastica, and it's belong to the family Moraceae family. It is the native of the India and the Malaya, and in India, in case of the India, it is found in the Assam and Khassia hills. So dandelion rubber, or the Russian dandelions, its scientific name is the Taraxacum oxagi. Taraxacum oxagi, and its good quality rubber is obtained from the roots of the plants. Then comes to the Mexican guayl. Then its scientific name is the argentatum. Parthenium argentatum, and it belongs to the family Compositae family. Then the rubber obtained from various plants of its inferior quality and is interactive from the whole plants. So then comes to the Panama rubber. Panama rubber, its scientific name is the Castilla elastica, and it belongs to the family Moraceae family. Then Gutta parcha, then its scientific name is the Palacoim gutta, and it belongs to the family Sapotaceae family. It is non-elastic type rubber. So rubber, you can see also that there are different types of rubber. One is elastic type and another one is non-elastic type. So in case of the Gutta parcha or the Palacoim gutta, which is belong to the family Sapotaceae, there is a found in the non-elastic rubber. So Syrah rubber means its scientific name is Manihot glagiovi. Manihot glagiovi. Then it's belong to the family Euphorbiaceae. So I think these are some all of about the rubber and cork and the various types of the wood or the timber yielding plants. So you can add in you can add also different type of the plants here from the Google or the any other reference book. So it is the I just giving this basic idea about the timber or the wood shielding or the cork and the rubber yielding plants. So I think you all of you getting some knowledge about that. So thank you.